Nothing quite defines a season like seizing an opportunity. The opportunity that comes when the #1 team in the country comes into your house and you have an opportunity to stake your claim to one of those coveted playoff positions. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Volunteers will kick it away to start us off. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Texas A&M's offense will get first crack at it today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock. Hand it off. Let the running back do the rest.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Reed. Makes the grab. Turns it on in midfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, a new set of downs.
Caught in the backfield, it's Craven. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Red pass, it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Craven. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He breaks a tackle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Vols decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Here's the handoff. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Grab near the marker. It's Williams. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
To the air, it's Reed. Gets it out fast. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Makes the grab.
I like the slot receiver because he gives back a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. From the gun, the ground game. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
A first down run on the doorstep. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They pushed it ahead. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Back swinging for the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can...
And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. The Volunteers moving quickly to the line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Toledo. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He leaves it with the back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
A run for the quarterback. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Reed. He's got him. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking to throw on first down. Turns it loose. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Makes a catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a first and goal from the 5. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The Vols racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Absolutely perfect. That brings them to an end one. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for a man, it's Reed. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The lone back's got it. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to...
Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. Looking for a crease to the left. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Got it in the middle, it's Craver. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Payne. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
He's got it. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's 1st down time in Tennessee.
1st down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the 1st down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo. From the gun, running back on the move. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Vols line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run play action. Lost one deep down the right side. Grabs it inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Volunteer. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends are involved so much in football. And these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them to make big plays for them.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Punch it out of the air. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on 2nd down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds his man. It's Craven. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down.
You got gotta love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and settle.
The kick is on its way. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Tight end now in motion. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. The Volunteers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Will be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. A quick pass to the left. Got room at the 35. Oh, he's getting ahead. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Aggies. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Pitt is ahead early in the Steel City, but that's not exactly Tony Dorsett out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by just 1 over North Carolina. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On the move, it's Bishop. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go in the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give on the inside. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Volunteers are on the move.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying.
He's got it. He will score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Really nice job by the offense there, setting up the play-action pass. They ran the ball the last play, so the defense saw run action this time. A lot of guys bit downhill. The quarterback had a chance to find his target outside. He puts it up in the air. Receiver does his job. They connect for the long score.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Power football with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick him up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Craver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. But the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Punt is on its way. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. So here is the Tennessee offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The offense will have to use its 1st time out of the half. They'll go 4 wide, 3 to the left on 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. The short hands. It's Matthews. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. How about that play by the strong safety? Made sure his responsibility was covered and then just went and made a play.
And sometimes it's freestyling, right? Sometimes coaches will get a little bit upset, but they don't get near as upset when I get the guy on the ground. They're okay with that, but I'm spinning down. I'm playing close to the line of scrimmage as a strong safety. I see the quarterback. I got to make sure if I do go to him, I better get that sucker and I better wrap him up.
He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Second down.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was in that last one.
Absolutely perfect. Had to settle for the field goal. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Give to the running back. He has the first and still on his feet. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. And if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go.
He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes a nice grab at the 25. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Handoff to the lone back. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Working the middle, it's complete. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. First down here for the offense. They'll go to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Bussey. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. To the air on first down. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other side. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin, who won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
Makes the grab. It's Odom. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Volunteers want to move quickly. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After picking up a couple, it's second and 8. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Snagged out of the air. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Line getting set on second down. He'll pull it down and run. He's past the 30. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Caught. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football... face mask of his wide receiver.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A&M comes back out with another first down. On the ground, it's Owens. Got the first down, looking for more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Florida. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Hand off from the shotgun. To the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Vols want to pick up the tempo.
And after giving up the long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll move the tight end. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Sends it back in motion. On third down, he drops the throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Matthews. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
The give. Breaks the tackle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
He's going to run it. It's a fumble. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Woo, deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Scanning the field, it's Reed. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. And the Aggies are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Running back searching for a hole. Slithers into space. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here comes the offense on first down. Give to the single back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, it's so nice to have guys out wide that you just trust that you can feed the football and this guy will do the rest, will cross that goal line, will take care of you, make you look like a genius. That's that kind of guy right there.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. Got his man quickly. He barges his way into the end zone for the 2, and we are locked up here in the 4th. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They'll go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Here comes the offense on second down. Using his legs, it's Bishop. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. They'll leave it with him. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1, gets him out to the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Back to pass, it's Reed. Snagged in the middle, it's Bussey. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's first and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
The Aggies are moving quickly down the field. He wants to change this route. On the move. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
The give to the single back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Trying to make magic on the scramble. There he goes to the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Aggies. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to West Virginia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Vols will hustle to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time and just can't come up with a completion?
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hauls it in. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays and plans for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Creates a little space. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. He'll pull it on the read. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on 4th down. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Looking for a crease. It's Owens. Got the 1st down and more. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And on third down, he calls his own number. Really nice job by the quarterback, making the decision, being decisive. He does a good job going, getting the first down, a new set of downs for this offense.
To the ground with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. This quarterback part of their running game. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They have declared their intentions on this drive, keeping it on the ground. It's 1st and 10 again. The toss sweep to the right. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got to believe and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. They'll try the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.